Well, ladies and gentlemen, you already seen from the intro, it's the vwnut 1967 channel on YouTube. What we got going on right now is we've been putting the miles on the 64, and I'm going to go ahead and change the oil, put a speedometer cable in it, and check some of the tune-up parts. Probably throw a set of plugs at it, clean the points. Maybe take a look at the valve adjustment. We may not make it that far, and check and see why the horn isn't working. Those are some of the things we're going to look at. So we're going to start by getting it jacked up in the air, so that not only can we get to the speedometer cable at the wheel and the oil drain plug and things, but it's just a little easier to work on when it's a little higher in the air. So enjoy the time lapse and the music from my friend HAZEYDAZE and whichever one of his songs I chose for the time lapse of me moving these cars around. So enjoy.
Can you hear the whispers in my soul? Can you feel the pain that I behold? Or can you understand what's going on? So much have changed since you've gone. I wish that I could see your face, but now it's just an empty space.
Alright, so we're just gonna pull the drink rub. Well, Steve,
Looking for you.
I am changing out the spark plugs.
They say that only time
We'll
can
let
heal,
the oil drain out of it.
but do they know the way that I feel? 'Cause it's killing me inside.
Let her rip, tater chip.
I hope you're somewhere safe and warm.
Alright, so where I'm headed first is in for what I like to consider the most difficult one, and that is the number 3 cylinder. Only because it's the furthest one back in the car. And it's usually the one that's in the worst shape. Musty One has talked about it quite a bit, about how because where the oil cooler sits in this car, the cool air doesn't really get to that cylinder. So that's where I'm going to start with that one. It's usually the one that looks the worst.
Don't know the way that I feel, 'cause it's killing me inside.
Okay, so there's the first one. I knew that when me and Musty One put this engine back together, before I put the floors in it, it was just to yard drive. So I knew that after we got it going, that I would need to replace all of these tune-up parts. So these are just the plugs or whatever plugs we had laying around, just the stuff in it. That's why we're replacing the plugs right now. Obviously you can see that they're pretty hammered. Nice brand new one for number 3. Alright, so a little tip from the VW nut, once again we will talk about. If you're having trouble getting her started, instead of stripping her out, just go ahead and put a little piece of fuel line right on there, and makes things a whole lot easier. You don't have to worry about stripping out your head. You can feel that crush washer. Crush. Everybody's got a way of doing it, so you do it the way that makes you feel the most comfortable about your spark plug fitment. We, here at the vwnut garage, we just go right to the bottom of the crush washer and then just a touch more.
How I miss you now. You gotta take your time. Think about what's yours and mine. You need to just do your best.
There it is, number 4.
And time will take care of the rest. You've got no
Replace that with a brand new one.
You're just feeling cold. And if you're not happy with things that you're told, you must speak out loud.
There we go for the number 4 cylinder. Nice brand new one.
Passion, stand up and be proud. I can't explain just how love turns to pain, but I know in my heart that it do.
Nice. Move you guys over to the other side. Alright, I'm headed all the way in the back for the number 1 cylinder right now.
My strength and my soul, without you I'm not whole. Whoa, how I miss you now.
Number 1. Alright, brand new for number 1, ready to go in there.
You need to just do your best, and time will take care of the rest. 'Cause you've got no worries to hold. You're just feeling cold. And if you're not happy with things that you're told, you must speak out loud.
Also, because of the spark plug wires I'm using, I forgot to take off the cap. So, we put the number 1 spark plug in 2 times. This is the 2nd time. So, you know, we do things nice because we do things twice.
You will not return. Cease to exist like a midsummer's mist.
And finally,
Off the shore,
number 2.
starting to cry 'cause you don't want to die, but you don't want to live anymore. You gotta take your time. Think about what's yours and mine. You need to just do your best.
And number 2.
And I
All
will
ready
take
to go in
care
there.
of the rest. No worries to hold. You're just feeling cold. And if you're not happy with things that you're told, you must speak out loud and challenge a crowd. Live life with passion, stand up and be proud.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, get up here. Look who it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Bettina Marie. Hi. We'll be right back and we'll move on to the points, cap, and road.
You wake, you rise, you smile with a shine. Another suicide, baby, at the end of the line. She's going out to the edge of the city. Keeps it low key, 'cause you dance so pretty. She's getting ready, so they turn on the light. Where she's gotta keep it going till the end of the night. Down, down, bring it.
I'm gonna go check the parts stash and see if I don't. I believe right in Ruby I've got some, I've got a replacement coil, cap and rotor. These look pretty. These are pretty hammered. I will probably keep the points looking pretty good. I may just clean up that rotor. Probably clean the rotor, see if I can change the cap, and clean the points. Probably where we're headed next. Let me go get some parts. Alright, so I got the inside cleaned up here. and this edge cleaned up. And I got my spare cap. I got the inside connections on those all cleaned up. So I'm just going to roll the engine around until I can get a good look at the points. Better put her in neutral before I pull her off the jack. Alright, so we got the coil, or not the coil, the points cleaned, the cap cleaned, the rotor cleaned, we changed the cap, I put the plug back in, put oil in it. We're going to go pick up some more oil right now, so when we come back, I'll turn you guys back on, I'll show you I'm putting more oil in it, then we'll move on to the speedometer cable. We'll start her up when I get back, see if she likes that a little bit better. And we'll move on to the speedometer cable and the horn. Alright, so we're back from the store. We're going to dump a couple more quarts of oil in here. That's looking pretty good to me. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in the oil bath air cleaner. Right there. Should it really matter if I'm not a believer? Cause the world's been turning since the day it was born. And people come along, started brewing a storm. Shall I tell you how it feels to me? It's like you're filling up my country with the enemy. And then you pay their rent and put shoes on their feet. Then you tell us there's no money so the poor can eat. It don't make no sense. Perfect. Just promoting hate. Then you leave us in the shit that you help to create. Alright, what do you say we hit the key and see how she starts now? You can't blame us for the way we think when you tell us every day that your shit don't stink. You can't tell me you're wrong. I've even taken time out to sit and write this song. So if I offend, but if I make you shout, you're the one who hasn't quite figured it out. But don't you think you're just creating racists? As far as I can see, they don't know me, I don't know. If I'm not a believer, cause the world's been turning since come along, started brewing. They don't know me, I don't know them either. Should it really matter if I'm not a believer? The day he was born, people come along, started brewing stone. Alright, so keep your eye on the bottle, we'll see if she pumps fuel. Alright, I'm sure you guys seen it, but I'll go back and watch that clip, or this clip right now. Alright, so in fact we've seen together now that the fuel pump is working absolutely fantastic, and it is pumping fuel. So we will move right along, and so I think that the needle and seat is sticking in this. I know that seems like a common theme around here. I did talk to an old Volkswagen mechanic, a different old Volkswagen mechanic than my friend Musty One. I'm sure my friend Musty One will agree with his theory because he also knows this old Volkswagen mechanic. The needle and seat stick because they took the lead additive out of the fuel, and that lead used to be the lubricant for the needle and the seat. So I'm just gonna go ahead real quick and take the top of this carburetor off and see if in fact we do have exactly that, one sticky float. I'm pretty sure that I can move it. The carb in the car. Positive.
Dreaming of a place not far away. You're living in a place where you can stay. Say it's better when you close your eyes. If you're dreaming of a life with bluer skies, watch my back or roll me over. I got more luck than a 40.
Okay, so the needle and seat check out.
Maybe you can come and share my shoulder.
But I still do not have any accelerator pump. I can see, where are you guys looking? I can see that the float is up and that there is in fact fuel in the bowl, but as I actuate the fuel pump, I mean the accelerator pump if you will, I get no squirt right here at the squirter. So I'm gonna pull the squirter out. I'm gonna turn on the compressor, and I'm just gonna give just a little gentle blow of some air back through there and see if I can't free up any schmutz. Contact.
Can you hear the whispers in my soul? Can you feel the pain that I behold? Or can you understand what's going on? So much have changed since you've gone.
Alright, so we're just gonna remove this carburetor.
Now it's
Nothing
just
to
an
it,
empty
really.
space that I'm looking through, looking for you. They say that only time can heal, but do they know the way that I feel? 'Cause it's killing me. inside. I hope you're somewhere safe and warm. I hope they give you shelter from your storm.
Alright, so this is a familiar place if you've been to my channel before. You know that me and the ethanol have a great relationship. We have been through many things, me and the ethanol. Most likely because this car didn't run very much for a while. There's probably either a chunk of crud in here or the ethanol made this gasket brittle. That's probably
now
my
it's just
best
an
guess.
empty space that I'm looking through, just looking for you. They say that only time can heal. They don't know the way that I feel, 'cause it's
Okay, well that
killing
looks to be in okay shape.
me inside. Can you hear the whispers in my soul? Can you feel the pain that I behold? Or can you understand what's going on? 'Cause so much changed since you have gone.
Alright, so real quick before I screw these up, there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 spark plugs and the condition that they were in. I think this way will be better. Yeah, that way will be better. Okay, well, where are we at now? Well, we're into the carburetor. I'm going over to see my friend Musty One because my emergency carb kit does not have everything that I need, so we're gonna go and get a secondary emergency carb kit from my emergency carb kit supplier. Uh-oh. Got it. So first you got to be in the complete dark, and then you got to know a guy who at 7 o'clock at night may be able to hook you up with a carb kit. And then, I can't tell you where we're at, but you still got to stay in the complete dark. So enjoy the darkness. And when we return to my bench, we will have a carb kit.
Helping me out while my thoughts
Alright, so we're back.
you'd never let me down.
Located the carb kit
Without you, I'm not
from the carb kit guy
how I miss you now. You gotta take
with all the carb kit pieces. This is the piece I was going after.
what's yours and mine. You need to just do your best, and time will take care of the rest. You've got no worries to hold. You're just feeling cold, and if you're not happy with things that you're told,
I'm gonna go get my reading glasses, my other glasses for reading. Alright, we're back. Got the glasses for the reading.
I can't explain just how love turns to pain, but I know in my heart that it do. So this I'm saying now before I'm away, I was never tired of loving you, helping me out while my thoughts were in doubt. You'd never let me down, my strength and my soul. Without you I'm not whole. Whoa, how I miss you now. You gotta take your time, think about what's yours and mine. You need to just do your best, and time will take care of the rest. 'Cause you've got no worries to hold. You're just feeling cold, and if you're not happy with things that you're told, You must speak out loud and challenge a crowd. Live life with passion, stand up and be proud. As the years pass and the coal turns to glass, there's so much you will learn. So give life a shout every time you go out, 'cause someday you will not return. To exist like a midsummer's mist, rolling in off the shore.
Alright, so we got the accelerator pump working perfect now.
You don't wanna die, but you don't wanna live anymore. You gotta take your time. Think about what's yours and mine.
At the top,
You need to just do your best,
carburetor.
and I will take care of the rest. You got no worries to hold. You're just feeling cold, and if you're not happy with things that you're told, you must speak out loud and challenge a crowd. Live life with passion, stand up and be proud. You rise, you smile with a shine. Another suicide, baby, at the end of the line. She's going out to the edge of the city, keeps it low key, 'cause you dance so pretty. She's getting ready, so they turn on the light, where she gotta keep it going till the end of the night. Down, down, bring it down, shake it around.
Alright, so all back together. Sorry for the flashy light. I really ought to replace those. I wouldn't do that. Now we're headed back over to the car to scrape the base gas goot. Right there. Scrape that off. Set you guys up somewhere over here where you can see the festivities of gasket scraping 101. And then we'll get them put back together and see if we can't get it fired up. Alright, so we're still scraping away on the big SU. Just about got it. So, looking to be in pretty good shape. Now we'll put the two of them back together. So if you've been with this channel long enough, you know that there's a very particular way that I put these two on and take them off, and why. So I put the front one on first when reassembling. That way it is snug when I go to put the back one on, because it's in a little more difficult of a placement. Also, another trick I use is to pull the cap out of the way. That gives you just a little bit more finger room. The other thing we try to do is not talk about, you should know. I'm not going to say it yet. It's safe to say it now. Talk about dropping this back nut. If I was to talk about dropping this back nut, then inevitably I would be dropping that back nut. Now, I've also said many times they make a 13 millimeter that is an S. They also make a C. They also make another one. I promise you, the next time I'm at a VW show and I see one, I am buying one for as many times as I have taken these carburetors off of these two cars due to problems associated. I'm going to blame ethanol. It's probably not always ethanol. Maybe sometimes Just Brian is the problem. The VW nut is the problem sometimes. But we're going to go ahead and put the blame on ethanol.
Read your papers and I watch your TV. You got a sneaky feeling that you're trying to deceive me. You wanna go to war, well that's fine by me. You better grab your boots and bust instead of shouting your mouth off and staying at home.
Well, I think we could probably try her out and see what happens.
This shit is real and each life flees pain. People losing loved ones just for playing your game, cause they don't know me and I don't know them either. Should it really matter if I'm not a believer? Cause the world's been turning since the day it was born. The people come along, started brewing a storm. Shall I tell you how it feels to me? It don't make no sense, you just up the border. You're acting like a patient with a mental disorder. And you can't blame us for the way we think when you tell us every day that your shit don't stink. Now you can't tell me things ain't going wrong. I've even taken time out to sit and write this song. So if I offend or if I make you shout, you're the one who hasn't quite figured it out. But don't you think you're just creating racists? As far as I can see, it's on a profit basis. They don't know me, I don't know them either. Should it really matter if I'm not a believer? Cause the world's been turning. The people come along, started brewing a storm. Cause they don't know me, I don't know them either. Should it really matter if I'm not a believer? Cause the world's been turning since the day it was born. The people come along, started brewing a storm. Cause they don't know me, I don't know them either. Should it really matter if I'm not a believer? Cause the world's been turning since the day it was born. And people come along, started brewing a storm.
Alright, it's been a couple hours, it's been, I don't know, hour maybe. Everything is cold again on the car, so we'll whack the throttle a couple of times and reach in and hit the key and see what happens. Say that's pretty good. That's gonna do it for this one here at the vwnut 1967 channel. Join me next time, or maybe a little bonus footage when we go ahead and stuff a speedometer cable in the front of this thing. We'll see you then in a couple of days. Wait. Alright, get in there. Get in there. Good job. We can agree that that's pretty cold. Alright, so it's the next morning after we did the carburetor work, the ignition work, and everything. I'm just going to hop in, hit the throttle a couple of times, and we'll see how she does. Go ahead and call that fixed. Alright, thanks again. We'll see you guys in a couple of days.